It's on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red Post Diaries, Volume 2.
Shut up. That's my line. What up, everybody? Here we are. Red Post Diaries, Episode 2. And mostly everybody, I find, likes themselves a good countdown video. So I thought today I would do a countdown video. The countdown we're gonna have today is the 5 types of drivers I hate the most. And feel free to add in any ones that you like to hate. And we'll generate some discussion. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Here we go. So number 5, really old people. I'm talking even someone you think is old is like, hey, leave that person alone, they're old. Now, you know when you see them because they have the worst taste in colors of cars ever. They're always like a light brown, or like, you don't know if it's like green or aqua or blue or teal. It's like this real awful color, kind of like a toilet your parents had in their house in like the 80s, you know? You will find these people on a single lane road doing, you know, 60 and an 80, 30 and a 50. Pick your system, kilometers, miles, I don't give a fuck. Well, that's what you're gonna find them doing. And you're going to be like, get the fuck out of my fucking way. And they're just gonna be putzing along at their own fucking pace. And you're gonna be behind them, and you're gonna be white knuckling that steering wheel going, fuck, get the fuck out of my way. But they won't. They're just gonna putz along. They're gonna start, you know, swerving back and forth like a NASCAR driver behind the pace car, and you can't do anything. You're gonna ride right up on them. They're not gonna know. And right when you're about to finally brake and get that horn to honking, they're gonna pull over. Right when you're about to lay on the horn, and you're ready to fuck, I'm gonna lay on that horn, they pull over, and you're all pumped up, and you're ready to give them your best Kermit the Frog stare. They're gonna pull over. They're gonna look at you with this bewildered look, like, oh, I don't even know what I did. What did I do? And then you're not gonna do shit, because you're gonna feel like an asshole. But no, they're the fucking asshole, and they just don't understand it. They're unassuming assholes. They don't mean to be, but they are. Number 4 is the pro-star, rules-knowing asshole, or the PSRKA for short. This is that fucking guy that he remembers how the 4-way stop works. He fucking remembers, you know, to put your blinker on at the right time, to give enough of a blink interval to everybody else. You're just out there trying to get from point A to point B, and then you hear meep, and he fucking drives by with his hands like this, like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? And no one knows except for him, because he's the only one that cares enough to follow the rules. And then at the same time, he thinks he's so good that he can weave in and out of traffic legally, and he knows all this fucking bullshit. But really, he's the only one that gives a fuck. Such a fucking asshole. I hate it when someone honks the horn. I don't even fucking know why. And that brings us to number 3, the truck douche. We all know this guy. See him a mile away. You can see him when he's not even in his truck. He'll have a shitty chin strap beard, more than likely, camouflage seat covers, camouflage fender flares, either a camouflage or a Bass Pro Shops hat, and he'll have those super gay fucking exhaust stacks. This fucking asshole will have a lift kit for no reason. He'll have mudding tires with chrome rims. Just a real piece of shit. He's the guy, when there's parking spots, he'll take 4. He's the guy that will rev his stupid fucking engine like you give a fuck, but you don't. He's a guy that rides your ass and turns his headlights on because he thinks he's intimidating. But he's not. He's just a little bitch in a big truck. Nobody likes. And he'll try to talk to you about his truck, other people's trucks. But you don't care about trucks. You probably just drive one because you have a work truck or something. Anyways, he's a real fucking greasy piece of shit. Drives like an asshole, trying to bully people on the roads, parking on curbs and parking lots and taking up spots. Just a real unpleasant fellow. Nobody fucking likes him. So at this point in time, I should be reminding you to fucking hit that like button, that subscribe button, because I swear I'm going to start doing this more often. If not hockey, by some other medium, because the last fucking game of the year. And yeah, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to comment if you also have some fuckers that you hate that drive on the road that you want to talk about, because let's generate some discussion, have some fun. All right, number 2 is the dudes that still think it's okay to do other stuff while they're fucking driving. Dudes and ladies. Ladies, you're just as fucking guilty on this one. Doing your makeup when you're driving, or, you know, eating a sandwich when you're driving, you know, swerving all over the road. Everybody knows what you're doing. People that still talk on the phone when they drive, you know, you can tell them right away because they're looking down, because they can't just put their eyes down. They gotta look down at their fucking phone when they're driving. Idiots. Everybody knows. Or even worse is the ones that put their wrists on the steering wheel and hold their phone and type with their thumbs while they're driving. Or even fucking worse, you know what really pisses me off? And I don't even know where these people come from, but they're actually still driving with their phone up to their ear. Like, they're completely oblivious to the fact that there's a law that says you can't fucking do that. And for some reason, these same fuckers always have flip phones. Like, where are they getting fucking flip phones from? And why are those the people that always put them up to their ears? Like, I'd be hiding that even if I wasn't fucking driving. Now, number 1. This terminology may differentiate depending on where you're from. Where I'm from, we call them shotgunners. And for simplicity's sakes, I'll give you a diagram. So you're on a road that may be 2 lanes. There could be a stoplight there. And the one lane, usually to the right, comes to an end, just past the stoplight. There'll be a sign maybe 500 meters back, 300 meters back. And then there'll be a sign across the other side saying it ends in 50 meters or 100 meters, whatever. So you're at the sign. This guy pulls in that lane beside you, which should be a right-hand turn lane, right? And he is going to run that fucking thing right to the goddamn end. Every fucking time. He thinks he's a fucking drag racing pro. And he doesn't care there's 200 people behind you. He doesn't care if there's a he doesn't care if there's a traffic jam. He doesn't care if you've got a child in there. He doesn't care about anything. If he parks there, he's running it. The light ends soon, he's running it. He doesn't give a fuck. You know what? These people are the most ignorant because they are just completely 100% game for what they're doing. It's intentional. It's just being done to piss you off. That is their sole fucking purpose. And you know what? There's a fucking special place in hell for these assholes. You go down, there's 7 layers of hell. You go down to the 7th layer and you're like, hey, Satan, this guy's a shotgunner, just so you know. And he's like, oh, well, fuck. He gets his broom out and he sweeps like Nazi entrails off his trap door. I took that right at the fucking kneecap.
Need a minute?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, bastard, that's all I've made on Yelp-Musing. He gets his broom out and he sweeps like Nazi entrails off his trap door. And then he opens it up and these guys get ushered down there where they're raped in the asshole by robots that have augers for dicks. That's what happens to shotgunners because they're number one on my list. And that brings this list to a wrap up. So, yeah, tell me what you think about this. Who do you hate out there? I know I've missed some good ones. So, like, subscribe, let's start a conversation.
Talk about the saying, stick in the mud. I don't get it. Don't be a stick in the mud.
You talk about it.
It doesn't make sense.
I don't even know how to use that one
Have
properly.
you never heard that though? You being a stick in the mud?
Yeah, but what does it
doesn't
mean?
make sense. I have no idea. Like, we just like playing mud, like a bunch of pigs. And we're just a random stick there ruining our fun. I don't get it.
You know what phrase I really hate?
What?
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Well, like, what does that mean? At the end of the day?
Yeah, I'm in bed. The day's ending.
Well, at the end of the day, you really got to look at the factors involved in this.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, fuck that. Doesn't mean shit. So should I just like pretend I'm talking to you so Boyce has to put the net on for me?
Oh man, I've been doing that for all year. I've been letting him do that.